Hello friends, in today's video we're starting my spring cleaning in our main bathroom. I'm getting all the grit and grime out of this bathroom and leaving it fresh, clean, and smelling fine. I'm hitting all the usual spots, but I'm also adding in wall scrubbing, window washing, and vent cleaning. I also declutter my linen closet and medicine cabinet to get all the old expired product disposed of properly. So pop my video on your TV, tablet, or phone and clean along with me, or sit back and relax with your favorite drink and stockpile this cleaning motivation for future use. Hope you enjoy! Don't forget to like my video, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell notification for more inspiring motivational videos. Let's be friends on Instagram too. You can find me at Home with Elizabeth. Alright friends, we're just starting this video with a quick tour of my filthy dirty bathroom. I mean, you can see the dust on this bathroom vent where it just collects. I don't think we've cleaned this vent since we moved into this house. You're going to see my dusty light bulbs. You're going to see on top of my medicine cabinet the dust. You're just going to see, like, in the corners there's grit and grime. A lot of this stuff is also like bad caulking, but a lot of it's dust too. And then just, you know, dirt, dust, dirty toilets, scummy tubs, you know, we're just going to get all this dirt and dust out of this bathroom. Alright, I have my Dyson V12 and one of the little attachments that has like a brush on the end of it. We're just sucking up all the dust. Friends, I want to welcome you back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Elizabeth. I'm a 50-year-old wife and stay-at-home mom to 7 adult/teenage children. I have 2 girls aged 26 and 22. I have 3 boys aged 20, 17, and 15. And I'm an auntie to 2 additional teenage boys, 16-year-old twins. They're my nephews that I got custody of a few years ago. On my channel, you're going to find lots of cleaning motivation, lots of cleaning inspiration, a little bit of organization and decluttering, a little bit of decorating inspiration, but what you're going to find lots and lots of is real life. I like to keep it real here on my channel and share my perfectly imperfect life with you all. I strive to help others not feel so alone in this world and to help them realize that the best way to live their life is as their most perfectly imperfect self. So friends, if that type of content interests you, I would love to have you join my community by hitting that subscribe button and then that bell notification so you never miss another one of my videos. Alright friends, as I was just doing my introduction, I was showing you that there's dust on top of that medicine cabinet. I got it wiped up. You know what? I'm going to throw in the picture of the dust that was on top of there from the day we moved in here. And friends, in the last 6-7 months, it has not accumulated that much. So I don't know how long it had been since the previous owner had cleaned on top of that medicine cabinet. But I also took out my light bulbs and wiped them down. Friends, please make sure you're turning off those lights, letting them cool, and then taking them out of the socket before you clean them. And then also make sure they're completely dry before you screw them back in. And then I pulled my shelves down above my toilet, ran my vacuum brush over them to get the dust and stuff off, and I just dumped the dirty water from just those few things I've cleaned. You saw, I mean, it wasn't horrible. I mean, it wasn't clear, but it also wasn't terribly disgusting. And I showed you that I'm using Mr. Clean. Friends, that is actually still something that the previous owners left here at the house for us. I don't use it that often because I don't use this mop a ton, and I don't like when I wipe, I'm usually using like a Spick and Span or my Mrs. Meyer's. So friends, it's probably gonna last me for another year or so. But I just refilled my bucket with the hottest water possible, put in a splash of that Mr. Clean, and we have our O-Cedar spin mop here, scrubbing these walls, the wallpaper, and this quote-unquote tile. It's like a plastic tile, friends. And I'm proud to say the walls were dirty. You're gonna see when I dump the water, but again, they're not as dirty as when we first moved in here. And friends, my husband and I would love to update this bathroom. It's still very, very functional. Don't get me wrong, it is a little dated though. We would actually just like to make it look not as fancy as this. Friends, you may not think this looks fancy, but it is. This wallpaper is like, I wish I would have left the sound on. Like, it is so thick and so textured that when I'm scrubbing it, like you could hear it. Like, it is high quality paper. We really want to get the paper down. We want to get these plastic tiles down, and I want something simple as just like a beadboard where this tile is, and then painting on the top. We'd like a little more cleaner looking of a sink cabinet. What's that called? Oh, a vanity. And maybe a little simpler medicine cabinet looking thing. It's really not our vibe. All right, friends, here's this water from the wall. So see, it is dirty. It's not as dirty as it could be, but it was dirty. It needed done. All right, friends, and don't forget to wash those toothbrush holders. I try and do it more than once a year, but I don't always get to it. So what I just did there is I filled them with hot water, a little squirt of Dawn Platinum, and we're gonna let them soak while we clean out this medicine cabinet. I didn't have too many expired things in here, friends, so I'm really proud of you. But the one thing that was expired, this right here, it's 2017. Yeah, so that was concerning. But then I guess the good thing is it's like a Ambisol. It just means we don't get a lot of tooth or mouth pain, so that's a good thing. And then the other thing that was expired was like Sudafed. It was 2021, and it was actually from like the pandemic. When the pandemic first hit, I bought a lot of this medicine, like this sinus medicine. I hadn't bought it in years, and that was like the last one that I bought. But we're just going to clear everything out. We're going to get my rag and wipe it down, and then we're going to put it back. And friends, I mentioned in my previous video about all of this medication. I'm going to talk specifically about prescription over-the-counter medicine right now, since that's what I keep in this cupboard. The proper way to dispose of it is looking up on a website, call your local pharmacy or drugstore, see if they have a medicine drop-off, and it's to take it there and drop it at this place. There's many reasons why you don't want to dispose of it in the trash, or down your drain, or down your toilets. Just a few of the reasons are, first of all, if you live in a bigger city, there are people who look through your trash for prescription drugs and over-the-counter drugs. And also, if you live in a city that has city water, a lot of that stuff does not get filtered out at the plant. If you call your pharmacy or drugstore and they don't happen to have a place to dispose of that type of medicine, a lot of times fire stations or police stations will have a collection. It may not be all the time, but it may be like once or twice a year. And what I do, before I knew that we have a drugstore that has a box in it all the time, I used to just keep it all together and kind of hide it, especially when my children were younger. And then when the collection came around, I just disposed of it. If worse comes to worse, friends, and you have nowhere near you to dispose of your medicines, either prescription or over the counter, you can get coffee grounds, wet them, and then put the medicine in it. It will then break it down enough that it is unusable and you can throw it away. Then again, still don't put it down the sink or the toilet. Throw it out then. But that way it cannot be gotten out of the trash or used. All right, so we came to the kitchen and we're getting these toothbrush holders scrubbed, and then I'm just going to set them out to let them dry. All right, friends, you're going to notice that I do not wash my shears here. That's because I washed them a couple videos ago when I was cleaning my windows in my bedroom. I actually grabbed these shears also. Look at the dust that was in my windowsill. Because there was I'm going to hope and pray to all that is holy that it was conditioner on there and not something else. But my guess is someone had shampoo or conditioner on their hand. They reached out of the back of the shower to move the curtain or something. So we just went ahead and took those down and washed them a couple weeks ago with my other shears in my bedroom. So I just got our screen out and I took my curtains down, and I'm just using, again, I have a bucket of the Mr. Clean and we're going to use it. And you will see that my windows had a little bit of mold on them, not a lot, just right along that bottom edge was just speckles of black. So again, we just got it wiped up. We're getting this window cleaned and we're going to be good to go, friends. And as you notice, friends, before I took the shelves down, I took some batteries and, oh my God, Lord, batteries, Elizabeth, Band-Aids and stuff like that out of there. We got lazy, we got them out of the cupboard, and we just stuck them up there. So you notice I did not put them back. I actually put them where they belonged. All right, friends, so we're going to clean my sink and toilet right now. I am using the same products that I always use, scrubbing bubbles and Lysol wipes. But I want to talk a little bit about modifications, friends. I have some older people that are in my community here, and they always, first of all, they have nothing but praise for me. But one of the most phrases that I always get from them is, I wish I had your energy. I wish I could do what you could do. Friends, you do not see behind the camera here. Friends, it took me 2 days to do this video because I don't clean non-stop. I have to take breaks, not only to do other things, because if not, my house would fall down around my ears, but I get tired. My back gets sore. My knees get sore. I get out of breath. So friends, I may clean something and then the video will cut to me doing something else, and you must think, oh, Elizabeth went right to that. No, friends, sometimes I sit down for 10 minutes. Sometimes I sit down for 15 minutes. Friends, sometimes it's 2 hours between the time I do one thing and I do the next thing in the video. That is just life, friends. And I'm not ashamed of that. I am not ashamed that I have to take breaks. I'm not ashamed that sometimes when I am cleaning something, I have to sit in a chair. But friends, I want to let you guys know that that's okay. If you have to make those modifications, do it. Friends, if you are not strong enough to hold your vacuum up to vacuum your bathroom vent or your stove vent, get a broom, put a washcloth over it, an old sock, an old microfiber cloth. Sorry, them pups are loud. Wrap a rubber band around it and just whack that dust down till it falls on the floor. And then use your vacuum to sweep it up. Friends, there's no shame in doing that. There's no shame in doing what you can do. Because if you are giving it your all, that's all that matters. I have said it before, and these spring videos are the best time to say it again. Friends, this is progress, not perfection. So yes, it took me 2 days to do this. So I cleaned everything up until my toilet on one day. So the next day when I started here on my toilet, it did not negate all that cleaning I did before. Yeah, my sink might have been a little dirty, but that's okay, friends. It was clean yesterday, which means it's still not as dirty today as it was the day before I cleaned it. Friends, we got to use that mindset. I guess we have to change our mindset when it comes to cleaning, that good enough is good enough. Friends, it doesn't have to be perfect. I want to talk about perhaps another modification here in the bathroom is I get on my knees to scrub my bathtub. Well, I guarantee you, even though I can do it now, there's going to be one day here soon that I'm not going to be able to do that. So you know what I could do? Go to the Dollar Tree, get me a $1.25 broom, get me a pack of microfiber cloths there for $1.25 and a pack of rubber bands, and that's how we're going to clean our tub again. We're going to use that broom only for the bathtub. We're going to squirt our stuff and we're going to use that broom to scrub that tub. Is it going to be perfect? Maybe not. But guess what? It's going to be better than what it was before you started. And friends, that is good enough. That's good enough. Even if you feel like, oh, Elizabeth's 100% is really only 20% for me. Well, friends, if you're giving all of that 20% to keep your house clean, you're giving 100%. Because guess what? My 100% is not the same as perhaps some of those other younger girls out here on YouTube who doesn't take them 2 days to clean their bathroom. So my energy level may only be 70% to theirs. But if I'm giving all of my 70%, I'm giving 100%, friends. And we have to be okay with that. Because society may not be, which is ridiculous. Why does society care about how I clean my bathroom? But we have to be okay with that because that's the only way we're going to feel good about ourselves. All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox, but it needed to be said, friends. And as I've said over and over and over and over and over, I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know how it is, especially for me. All right, while I was yapping away, we have moved from cleaning the sink, vanity, and the toilet to my cupboard here. This is this small, narrow cupboard in my bathroom that I keep towels in. Oh my Lord, these dogs are really fighting behind me, aren't they? All right, I don't remember what I was saying when I just left off with the dogs barking. But we've just moved to this small cupboard here in my bathroom. I only keep towels in here, extra toilet paper, our scale, and you're gonna see later on in the video I pull out some light bulbs and stuff. They belong here in the bathroom, like they go to stuff here in the bathroom, so I am gonna put those on this top shelf in here too. And then we only keep a few things that we use every day. So our toothpaste, our flossers, our mouthwash, and then my husband's razors. Right, we have moved to our shower here, and I have my scrubbing bubbles, and we're just going to, friends, we're just using our brush, and we're scrubbing it from top to bottom.
Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure. But one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be yours. dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours.
So friends, after I get this shower cleaned, I am going to mop the floor in here, and I am going to use my O-Cedar spin mop. You guys know I love my Timeco. I rave about it every time I use it, but it does have its flaws. And one of those flaws is if it's very dusty in a room, and if it's very damp in a room, especially a bathroom, you're going to get dust in the corner that no matter how hard you try, no matter how close that brush is of that wet dry mop to the edge, you're just not going to get it. And I'm going to show you that here when I get down and start wiping the outside of my tub. I'm going to show you the dust that has collected right along that grout line. And friends, you know I mop this bathroom a lot. So as part of this spring cleaning, we're using my spin mop so that I can get in those corners extra good, so I can get along that baseboard extra good. And you're not going to see me clean the back of my tub because I forgot to turn my camera on, so it's going to cut right here to me cleaning the front, but I did clean the back. And also you're going to see is I normally don't wipe that top section of my tub or the ceiling. I did that today as part of the spring cleaning, the deeper cleaning. All right, friends, also you're going to see right there that I wiped like my holders. That's another thing I don't normally do on just a daily clean. Now friends, while I'm on the floor here, I want to give you some tips from you guys. In my last video, I asked you guys to give me some tips or tricks or some don't do this because XYZ happened and I don't want it to happen to you. Now, please don't be upset if I don't share yours because I want to make sure that I have enough for like all of my videos. I want to give you guys as much content as possible. So I will share your tips, and please continue to give me your tips and your tricks, and I will continue to share them. I want to share them through all of my videos. So here are just a couple. Always double check your fire and your carbon monoxide alarms during the springtime, and it's a good time to get your AC checked or tuned up for the summer if you need to. And another one is put 3 bags or boxes or clothes baskets in each room that you start to clean and have them dedicated, 1 to donate, 2 for what you want to keep, and the 3rd one for trash. And make sure you're getting everything out of that room and touching everything. So there are 2 tips from my community that I wanted to share with you guys. And friends, thank you. If you shared a tip, thank you so much. There were some that I forgot about. There were some that I didn't know. And so it was nice. And I hope that perhaps it helped someone else who was in my comments. All right, friends, we got this very dusty trash bin out here, and I'm just cleaning the inside of it. It actually wasn't too dirty, surprisingly. And then I'm going to use my spick and span on the outside because, you know, bathroom germs. And then we're going to get the trash bag back in and put away. friends, I want to say that a lot of you shared cleaning tips, but like those two that I just shared with you are not so much about cleaning, but they're also about your safety and just general like decluttering and organization. And friends, spring cleaning is a good time to do that too. So just not cleaning, but just to, get your room, get your house, get your stuff in order. All right, friends, I am showing you my linen closet. It is very chaotic. I need a better organization system. Like, look at all those Mrs. Myers I have. I might have a problem, friends. I need a better organization system, but I just don't want to spend the money. Like, this is working. Is it pretty? Absolutely not. But it's working. It does get a little disorganized, but that's okay. So we're starting at the top, and everything I keep up here are just my sheets. I don't keep any of the kids' bedding in here because they all keep their bedding in the top of their own closet. The only thing that I do keep in here, and you're going to see me right here because someone just shoved it up in here, is a twin sheet. But these are our extra twin sheets that we use for our air mattresses. So I do have one or two of those up there. But it's mostly just my sheets. So there are those light bulbs I was talking to you about. I just took them out and we're going to put them away in the bathroom. So I was going to try and do this up in the closet, but it's so crowded. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to bring everything out here on the island and we're just going to go through it. So friends, just like getting rid of expired medicine, you need to get rid of expired. I told you in my last video, I call them HBA. It's from my grocery days. They're called health and beauty aids. You need to get rid of old health and beauty aid stuff. You need to get rid of expired health and beauty aid stuff. It's just not effective anymore. It can maybe not be safe. And in a minute, I'm going to let you know how you can dispose of it properly. But friends, this is also a good time during spring cleaning when you're decluttering and reorganizing to replenish anything you need in your quote-unquote first aid type products. So if you need more Band-Aids, if you need more gauze, if you need waterproof tape, it's spring, so summer's going to be come up. Maybe you need to replenish your sunscreen. It's a good time, friends, to take inventory of what you have and what you need.
Look how much is left in there.
All right, friends, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to throw health and beauty aid stuff in your trash either. You are actually supposed to dispose of it properly so that it helps not impact the environment. So I am very thankful that when we bought this house, we moved into a town that has like a council and stuff like that. And our city has like a contract with a waste management company, like a garbage company. And we have a service where I can call them and set up a pickup for, they're considered household hazardous waste. Yes, like old hair gel is considered a hazardous waste. So I can actually call that company. They will give me all the instructions that I need to do. It's basically usually box them up and you make sure like things are tight. Sometimes they have you put them in plastic bags. And then they'll give me a date and they pull up to my house. I can leave that box on my porch and they will pick it up and take it away and dispose of it properly. Now, we didn't always live in the town. We lived in a township before, and we had a recycling center. So they should also have the ability to take care of your household hazardous waste. And yes, friends, I just wanted to show you that alcohol does expire. I did not know that, friends. So maybe if you didn't know that, now you know that. So you call your recycling center. It's usually there's usually one per county, maybe one per township, and you just ask them, hey, do you dispose of household hazardous waste? Almost 99% of the times they do. Say, what do I need to do? And then they will explain to you what you have to do. Yes, unfortunately, you probably have to drive it to their center to dispose of them. But friends, it really is the smartest thing to do. It's also the what I want to say, it's just the right thing to do, to make sure that you are properly disposing of those wastes. Sometimes it's a hassle, but it's just what we need to do. So friends, I hope that helps you. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't, maybe you already knew. But I do try and educate you guys, because I like to keep myself educated. If someone knows something, that will help me make my life easier, make my community better. I want to know about that. And so I would love for them to share that with me. So friends, we're just going to continue to go through this stuff, organize it. We are grouping it together. As you can see on these bins, I have labels. Now some of are obsolete. We don't have a lot of some of the stuff that was in here because it's from years ago, but I do it as closely as possible. Also friends, your sunscreen has expiration dates also. I'm sure you knew that. If you didn't though, there you go, because I would hate for you to put on expired sunscreen and burn yourself, burn a family member, burn a friend. As someone who has skin cancer, the sun is not something to mess with, friends. So as I've been talking, I showed you a couple of my bins. They were really not anything other than dusty. There was one or two that had some spilled stuff, but they really weren't too bad. So here are the HBA stuff that I need to dispose of. I'm going to put it in this Walmart bag. We're going to hang it on the basement door, and then the next time someone goes down, we have a tub in the garage that we put it in. I usually wait till it's quite full before I schedule an appointment to have it picked up. Normally I do that in the fall, but we do keep it like in a container in the garage so nothing can get into it. All right, friends, we have about 3 minutes left. I am just going to organize this bottom of my closet here. We're going to give the carpet a good sweep. This is basically, as I've mentioned before, my husband and I both have CPAPs. These are like our extra supplies. I keep extra pillowcases in this. I keep, I don't know what else is in here. It's basically the CPAP supplies, the pillowcases. Oh, I have some ice packs that are really big. I keep them in here also. So just storage that we don't get into. I mean, we might get into it once a month, once every 2 months. But before we go, I want to thank you for being here, friends. You know that I appreciate you all so much. I hope that I gave you lots of motivation, lots of inspiration to perhaps get a jump start on your spring cleaning. If you like this video, can you do me a favor and give it a thumbs up? If you have not shared a spring cleaning tip with me, go ahead and drop one in the comments. If you have and you have another one, drop that too, friends. Sharing is caring. This is the best carpet stuff for pet accidents. This is Epsom salt that had a giant hole in it when I bought it, and it has to live in my garbage in my Walmart bag here. If you have not subscribed to my channel, why the heck not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, then that bell notification, and you can join me every Monday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And friends, I will be happy to have you. So I'll catch you in the next video, friends. Have a great day. Bye.